Yo, what's going on, everyone? Tiki here. Hopefully, I can earn your sub today. Here's hoping that your day is great and your week is better. If it's been off lately, hopefully it gets better. Now, let's talk anime. We continue Classroom of the Elite episode 12 with Ryun's interrogation of Kurosawa. And Kurosawa is a tough girl. Having gone through extensive bullying in the past, this has unfortunately conditioned her to bear more pain and psychological torment than most people her age would be able to endure. Ryun is aware of this fact and was prepared to take it a lot farther than I anticipated. But let's look at how this proves his fear and his inability to realize that his aptitude for this type of sport is lacking. Ryun went into the year with the assumption that he was the only person who could ever be in control of any and every situation. Proving his narcissism has been doing most of the deciding for him. The torture of Kurosawa proves how lacking in not just imagination but intelligence Ryun is. Torture does not guarantee that the information derived from the subject is going to be true. It's more likely that the information gained would be false or tainted. However, Ryun planned to mentally break Kurosawa to make her believe that Ayano wouldn't show up to save her, and he almost succeeded when he told Kurosawa that Ayano had been using her from the start. Though the times that Ayano has spent with Kurosawa have made a significant imprint on Kurosawa that the brainwashing from Ayano has in a way cemented them within her, enough to keep her steadfast in her decision to stay faithful to Ayano and not give him up at least. Here is where Ryun fails heavily because of his fear of not being able to control anyone or anything sets in as he tries to resort to heavier measures for Kurosawa. Then Ayano finally arrives with Manabu, who, remember, is on the same level as Ayano. Manabu is told to wait outside with Sei Sensei while Ayano rescues Kurosawa. Ryun is aware that Ayano has been the mastermind and planned everything from the start, yet he still does not realize the situation he is in is a creation by Ayano. He wanted Ryun to only have 4 people because he knew he could annihilate all of them without any remorse or hesitation. Ryun is, as I said, a persona that wants to be a mob boss, a gang leader, or at his best, a successful crime syndicate leader. And this fight is the best show of that fact. He says he has no fear, but most of his actions and plans are done because of the fear he gets when he's not in control. The lust for power that has been muddled with only violence is the only thing that makes him feel useful and acknowledged. Anakoji, on the other hand, like I said before, is a very dangerous person. He proved it here. Not only did he take on 4 people, but the level of confidence that one has to have going into a fight 4-on-1 and know that the only outcome would be to win and by a landslide means you are a weapon. The analytical skills Ayano possesses while fighting is a great talent and can't be taught, and was able to dispatch Ishizaki with such ease that Ayano could have broken his arm with the hold he had Ishizaki in. Ayano even took down Big Albert with no issue, though I think Ayano was toying with him a bit just to have some fun. The fight between Ibuki and Ayano was weird. For some reason, she chose to go with the fighting style capoeira from what it looked like, and I thought that had to be the dumbest fighting style she could pick during this fight and against this opponent. Ayano took down what seems to be a boxer and a wrestler. I don't think relying on legs alone was going to be the go-to in this scenario, but Ayano proves that by basically tapping her on the neck, knocking Ibuki out. Barely an inconvenience fight, but an epic fight nonetheless. Ryun held his own for a while against Ayano, but this was a normal Tuesday for Ayano. This fight was won with minimal effort by Ayano, and I'm very interested in seeing a fight between Manabu and Ayano, seeing how Manabu was able to beat Ayano in the race they had. Enough rambling, but this fight showed again how dangerous Ayano is and how he's able to mount and tee off on Ryun's face until Ayano breaks Ryun, not just physically but mentally. This told me so much, and it might get very dark very quickly in the next coming season. After destroying Ryu's face, you can see how his plan for Kurosawa hasn't ended. In the scene where Ayano admits his wrongdoings and embraces Kurosawa as she's crying, he uses the same words, almost like a mantra that again makes a huge impact for imprinting a serious moment for Kurosawa, so she will always have that in the back of her mind, making the brainwashing complete once again. This episode was exciting and left clues all over the place, and I couldn't fit them all in, I'm sorry, and I wanted to do more on Manabu and Ayano, but I couldn't fit that in either. But feel free to drop some more clues down in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Let's see what happens in the next episode, which is the last one of the season for Classroom of the Elite. If you made it to the end of this video, Thank you so much, I appreciate it. And don't forget, leave a like, a sub, and a comment. But most importantly, be safe, hydrated, and know your love. We'll talk anime in the next one. Later.